What if some of the vegetables you think are healthy are actually causing your blood sugar to spike? And here's the scary part. You might be eating them every single day without realizing the impact on your glucose levels. In this video, you'll discover 7 vegetables diabetics should limit and how to eat them the right way to control blood sugar naturally. Stay with me till the end because one of these is considered healthy but can spike your glucose faster than sugar. When it comes to diabetes, it is not just about avoiding sugar. It is about understanding how foods affect your glycemic index, glycemic load, and insulin response. According to the American Diabetes Association, carbohydrate quality, portion size, and food combinations play a major role in blood sugar control. Research from the National Institutes of Health, USA, shows that high glycemic foods can increase postprandial glucose levels, leading to insulin resistance over time. This video is packed with very valuable information and useful health tips, which will significantly help in managing diabetes. Watch till the end to see the takeaway from this video. I am sharing the valuable knowledge I have acquired over the past 20 years in the field of clinical nutrition, endocrinology, and natural medicine. I have given the links of scientific research studies in the description of the video. In this video, you will learn which vegetables can spike blood sugar, why they affect glucose metabolism, and how to eat them safely in a diabetic diet. Let's start with one of the most common foods in the American diet, potatoes. Potatoes are not unhealthy, but they can cause rapid blood sugar spikes if eaten incorrectly. Potatoes have a high glycemic index, especially when baked or mashed. According to studies conducted in the National Center for Biotechnology Information, high glycemic foods lead to sharp increases in post-meal glucose levels. Potatoes contain rapidly digestible starch that converts into glucose quickly. High glycemic index and rapid glucose absorption are the main concerns here. Eating smaller portions, pairing with protein and fiber, and avoiding fried forms like French fries can help reduce their impact. Scientific research findings from the American Diabetes Association indicate that frequent consumption of high glycemic foods, such as potatoes, may increase the risk of type 2 diabetes. Studies published through the U.S. National Institutes of Health also highlight that repeated glucose spikes can contribute to beta cell dysfunction, which plays a critical role in the progression of type 2 diabetes. Now here's a vegetable that many people think is completely healthy: corn. Corn is technically a vegetable, but nutritionally it behaves more like a grain. It is high in carbohydrates and contains starch that can raise blood sugar levels. Research from the National Institutes of Health shows that high carbohydrate foods increase glucose response, especially in people with insulin resistance. High carbohydrate content and moderate to high glycemic load are the key concerns. Limiting portion size and avoiding processed corn products like corn flakes and corn syrup is a smarter approach. According to data reviewed by the Mayo Clinic, foods that are high in starch and rapidly digestible carbohydrates can elevate blood sugar levels more quickly than fiber-rich vegetables. Research available through the National Center for Biotechnology Information suggests that diets high in starchy carbohydrates are associated with reduced insulin sensitivity over time in diabetic individuals. Links are given in the description. Please share the video. Knowledge is power. Knowledge sharing is an effective way to combat diabetes. By sharing, you are helping the diabetes community. Now here's something surprising. Even a vegetable often recommended for health can become a problem depending on how you consume it. Green peas are often considered a healthy vegetable, but for people with diabetes, they need to be consumed carefully. Unlike non-starchy vegetables, green peas are higher in carbohydrates and contain starch that can raise blood sugar levels. From a nutritional standpoint, green peas fall closer to the category of starchy vegetables, similar to corn. According to research conducted in the National Center for Biotechnology Information, foods with higher carbohydrate density can lead to increased postprandial glucose levels, especially when consumed in large portions. Green peas also contain amylopectin, a type of starch that is rapidly digested and absorbed, leading to quicker spikes in blood glucose. Higher carbohydrate content, moderate glycemic load, and overeating are the main concerns. Keeping portion sizes small, pairing with protein or fiber-rich foods, and avoiding processed foods are recommended. Green peas are not unhealthy, but portion control is essential for effective diabetes management. Research studies from the National Institutes of Health indicates that starchy vegetables like green peas can contribute to increased glycemic response when consumed without adequate protein or fiber. The American Diabetes Association recommends careful portion control when including such foods, as cumulative carbohydrate intake plays a major role in maintaining stable blood glucose levels throughout the day. Next, a vegetable that looks harmless but can still impact your blood sugar when eaten in large amounts. Pumpkin is nutritious and rich in vitamins, but it has a relatively high glycemic index. This means it can raise blood sugar quickly when consumed in large portions. Guidelines from the Mayo Clinic suggest balancing high glycemic foods with protein and fiber. Rapid glucose release and portion-dependent spikes are the main concerns. Eating in small portions and pairing with a protein or healthy fats can help. Clinical guidance from the Mayo Clinic emphasizes that even nutrient-rich foods with a high glycemic index should be balanced with low glycemic foods to prevent sudden spikes. Research indexed in the National Center for Biotechnology Information also shows that high glycemic meals can increase oxidative stress and inflammation, both of which are linked to worsening insulin resistance. Now here's a shocking one. Many people switch to this vegetable thinking it is healthier. Sweet potatoes are often considered healthier than white potatoes. They do contain fiber and nutrients, but they still have a moderate glycemic index, especially when baked. Research from the National Institutes of Health shows that even complex carbohydrates can raise post-meal glucose levels. The key concern is that they still raise blood sugar if overeaten. Controlling portion size, choosing boiling instead of baking, and pairing with a protein are better strategies. According to findings supported by the National Institutes of Health, cooking methods significantly influence the glycemic impact of sweet potatoes, with baking increasing glucose availability compared to boiling. Now let's look at a vegetable known for its health benefits, but with a hidden downside. Beets are rich in antioxidants and nutrients, but they also contain natural sugars that can raise blood glucose levels. According to research indexed in the National Center for Biotechnology Information, sugar-containing vegetables can increase glucose levels when consumed in large quantities. Natural sugar content and portion sensitivity are the main concerns. Eating in moderation and combining with low glycemic foods is recommended. The Mayo Clinic also advises that individuals with diabetes should monitor total carbohydrate intake, even from natural sources, to maintain consistent and controlled blood sugar levels. And finally, this vegetable is often overlooked, but can significantly impact blood sugar. Parsnips are root vegetables with a higher carbohydrate content compared to most non-starchy vegetables. They have a higher glycemic load, meaning they can significantly raise blood sugar levels. Studies in metabolic research show that high glycemic load foods contribute to poor glucose control. High carbohydrate density and rapid glucose conversion are the key concerns. Limiting portion size and replacing with low-carb vegetables like broccoli or spinach can help. The American Diabetes Association recommends prioritizing non-starchy vegetables, as these have a lower impact on blood glucose and provide better support for long-term diabetes management. No vegetable is completely off-limits. The key is portion control, preparation method, and food combinations. According to the American Diabetes Association, a balanced diabetic diet includes a variety of foods and controlled portions. Managing diabetes is not about fear, it is about making smarter choices. By understanding how these vegetables affect your body, you can reduce blood sugar spikes, improve insulin sensitivity, and take control of your health. Comment below which of these vegetables surprised you the most. If this deep dive into the science of diabetes was helpful, please hit that like button and share the video. It helps the YouTube algorithm to show this video to millions of people who are at risk of unhealthy blood sugar levels. Do not forget to subscribe for more science-backed health tips. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.